Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the final week of the regular season for the ALTTPR League. Today we are playing co-op Randomizer with Boots. I am Fear Agent, and joining me today is Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, how you doing?
Good, I'm doing good. I'm excited for Randomizer. I didn't do any comms at all last week because I was sick and also it was doors. But I am very excited for Randomizer.
So a lot to talk about. We are in our final week, and these two teams are fighting for a playoff spot. I thought I updated the points for Tam's Triple, Potatoepouch, Mayhem, but they have a 1-game lead.
Well, they have a 1-game and tie lead.
1.5. They have 19 points to Noble Fox's 15 points. So a win here would seal the deal and send them to the playoffs.
Yeah, Noble Foxes needs to win both of these matches in order to make playoffs.
Tough test when you're asked to go against Magno and Brogar. Really good runners.
For sure.
Obscure main tournament champion, and Hayfield Bay no slouch either. So we're in for a treat. So the rub of it all is we're playing Randomizer, and not only is it Randomizer, it's logical Randomizer, which is something new to the league. So that means you could be required for like Quake or Powder or Bow, almost anywhere there's kill room enemies. So
yeah, there's a couple things that logical, well, quote unquote, it's technically Doors branch Randomizer with logical flag enabled, but yeah. So the main differences being that there are a larger pool of enemies that are shuffled than you would normally see. So you can get things like bumpers and statues and anti-fairy clusters shuffled into the pool that you wouldn't normally see. And yeah, as Fear said, there's potential for logical implications in kill rooms. So you might be required to kill a Igor with a bow or a Dead Rock with powder in order to proceed.
So tier 1 is 8 bombs. That's really nice. I don't know if you head into Hyrule Castle there still, even with the bombs.
No chance. Not in Randomizer, no way.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you took the first chest, but like I
don't know.
Do it.
Part of me says yes because it is co-op. You know, like I don't know. I feel like there's times where you gotta take a couple more chances with things. We are seeing Hayfield Bay head over to Saha. I didn't see anything really worthwhile over there, but we because we get the starting boots, can get right into the back there.
Yeah, I like the Saha play a lot to split things up a little bit, and yeah, you can just go with the South Shore if you want. Pick up a hook shot and blindside.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite item to have when playing Randomizer, just because it can kill a lot of enemies and stuns most of the rest.
Yeah,
it's interesting. So much work
to see, what items change in value in Randomizer versus regular mode.
Yeah,
like Boomerang, a lot more useful in this mode. Safeties like Powder and Cane end up being a lot more useful than you would normally expect.
Yeah. So Brogar has 300. I think that was in Link's house, and is going to get the second 300, and that just kind of takes care of money for almost the rest of the seed. Yeah, just need a little bit more if you're going to do Zora Pod, dig game and everything, but not the worst item to pick up here. Now that's a little unfortunate for us viewers. We just saw a sword there in the well. When we came up with this mode originally, way back in like season 2, maybe it was even season 1, we gave everyone boots in this mode to watch not as like a convenience thing, right? Like a lot of people always want boots in every mode now just because it's nice to have them. No, that was not the plan when we originally came up with this. It was to watch runners dash into Lionels and Henoxes and stuff without the benefit of the sword.
Exact same thing. I was playing a practice. I mean, I'm not playing League this year, but I was playing a practice co-op Randomizer for fun.
Yeah.
And I did, walk down to South Shore, started dashing over to Mini Molder Cave without a sword, dashed right into a Lionel, died immediately.
Yep. That's exactly what we gave the runners boots for originally when we came up with this mode. Unfortunately for viewers, and fortunately for the runners, those 2 early swords in Kakariko make things a much better. Just having a sword is so huge. Now it makes those boots a lot more useful.
I mean, you can still get, you can't sword dash into rollers or giant spikes and stuff. So there's still
well, even a
hanging out to
Lionel
be had.
still, like you still
Oh
dash
yeah,
into
with
a
massive
Lionel.
sword, yeah, Lionel still gets you good here.
Yeah, for sure. So, and so coming out of Kakariko, a bottle vendor gives us an actual bottle. Interesting.
Another item that increases in usefulness quite a bit in Randomizer, having an extra potion or even a fairy on board is super nice.
So this is 7/7 defeat Ganon. It's not all dungeons. We do have to
the most plain mode all week.
Yeah. Yep. The wrinkle again is it's full boss shuffle, so a lot of the bosses can be in places that you're not expecting them. You know, the big one being Trinex can be in a handful of different places, so you never really know if you need the ice rod or not. Though you can kind of piece it together because of the full shuffle. You know, there's what doubles 3 times of all of certain bosses, and kind of cross things off. Certain rooms that Trinex can't be in, but Landbow 2 and GT always can have a Trinex, so that can always throw a wrinkle in everything too.
2 and GT.
Yeah, right. All right, so just those shadows. Nice flute. Wow, this is a really cushy seed so far.
It is, but we don't have a lot of Dark World access yet. And
we don't. None, right?
Yeah.
None. We have no Dark World access yet. Yeah.
I mean, we do have a lot of stuff on the mountain still.
Sure.
Now with that flute.
Yep. Well, do we? Oh, yeah, because of the hook shot, right?
Yeah.
Those rollers,
this is what we're talking about. This is what Randomizer's about here.
Yeah, and it gets real nasty. It turns like dungeons like Eastern into a real a scary place, especially without the lamp, right? Like
oh yeah, dark rooms become infinitely more difficult in this mode.
Right. I was doing one, and you walk into that back room of Eastern where you would normally kill the Igor there to get the key, and when you walked in, you're immediately confronted with a roller right there. And
Magno!
Gosh, Magno's having some trouble with those rollers. Yeah, and they do a ton of damage too. I mean, we have 4 hearts.
4 hearts
enough to kill you. Yep. Really wants to get that flute though. That's such a huge item to have early on. So Lionel right outside of Sanctuary is always fun.
That's what I'm looking for when I play Randomizer. If I don't die immediately if I'm dashing out of Sanctuary, it's not good enough.
Yeah. All right, so like I mentioned, we are in the final week of the league. We'll be heading into the playoffs in a couple of weeks here. And in this division, we've got 3 teams already locked in. That is Team Hime with 24 points, and 2 Infinity Pagog. 3 teams locked in. 2 Infinity Pagog with 24 points, and Banana Brigade with 22 points. So Tam's Triple, Potatoepouch, Mayhem can lock that last spot with a win here. But
yep. All right, let's
always fun
with Hyrule Castle from
with swords.
With the swords.
Yeah. Blue mail, I wouldn't turn that down if I'm in desert area there, you know. I imagine we'll see.
Like rushing Aga without a lamp seems a little aggressive.
Yeah. We are going to see some water walk stuff here from Obscure.
Always dangerous.
Always dangerous. Nothing Aga. Bombs actually is the way to go with those Hinoxes. But just slashing away also works. Heart piece. I honestly don't think I'd do Hobo here. I want that water walk state coming out of the waterfall. I think I'd leave it, but
yeah, because we can't get waterfall now because we don't have a moon pearl. So this is just a save and quit. Oh, fairy in a bottle's nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Magna, we're going to give us our first look at the mountain up here. So,
boy,
nice, nice. Gotta time it right. think we've seen much.
Did Magno do Old Man?
I don't think he did, and that's understandable, right?
I mean, Old Man Cave usually tends to be pretty easy for the most part because generally a lot of the enemies get stuck in the wall and they can't really hit you.
That's true. All right, there's the map. Insult to Cell. Broger, you give us a look at the waterfall, see what we can get here. Nothing in Spec Rock. Bombs. Heart container.
Yeah, nothing. There's got to be something up here because we're running out of spots.
Yeah, there's our glove. And a fire rod.
Okay.
Actually,
nobody's been into Eastern yet.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Is the back in logic with the fire rod, or do you need a lamp? I don't know how.
I don't know if.
Oh no, Brogor! No, I was able to get out.
Advanced logic or not?
Okay, got hit there in the waterwalk state by that beam us, but was able to get out. So that's good. Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
Enlighten us, Gamachu. Oh,
the moon pearl.
Gross.
There's our moon pearl. Nice chain chomp there, blocking our entrance to Hera. But we don't have the hammer, so we can't go there anyways. So money is super important because you're going to need that moon pearl.
Yeah, luckily the seed was pretty nice with money early on, with a couple 300s pretty easily accessible.
You know what I want to see now?
It's a good spiral.
Yeah, not a hammer. I don't want to see a hammer. I don't want to see.
No, I want to see lamp.
I want to see the lamp too. Yes.
Yeah.
Aga Tower sucks.
Listen, we got everything in Dark World now. We got Hookshot and Glove, so you can just go all the way to West Dark World.
So let's go to Eastern for our lamp. Maybe Spiral Cave has our lamp.
Nope. All right, yeah, it's got to be Eastern. Oh, we have Back of Escape now as well with that glove.
Right. I'm surprised Magno's not immediately going to the Back of Escape.
Oh, and the mushroom turn in, yep.
Okay.
Got a decent chance to grab a potion here.
Sure. Though he needs to make sure he can't spend any money, right? I guess he could buy a green.
Magno doesn't have the pearl, right?
Yeah. Just 10 bombs. Looks like he's gonna save scum that mushroom just in case.
We're not gonna
I know. All right, Hayfield Bay with the flute activation. Brogor gonna get the mushroom and the glove. And okay, now we're gonna get the Back of Escape from both Obscure and Magno. Good chance our hammer is just here, but yeah, let's find that lamp.
Yeah, I want to see some 5-heart Agate Tower here. Nah, that's the hammer.
Yeah, just the hammer.
All right, regular Dark World access it is.
Yeah, really relatively easy seed so far. Looks like Brogor is going to check Saha, and then we'll probably pick up that hammer. At this point, just going Hype Cave or VOO.
I would definitely start Hype Cave here.
Okay.
Give me some extra checks for safeties, and I mean, Thieves Town and Skullwoods are both beatable, but if you start over there, you check your menu, and they're both pendants, and you just feel like, I'm already over here. I'm priced into doing these, and
bosses are shuffled in this mode. It's full shuffle, so you don't. Compasses have a extra high value in dungeons, so we'll show you which boss is in the dungeon.
You'll see every boss at least once, and then 3 of them will be duplicated.
So with the fire rod and the hook shot, I think we can beat every boss but Trinex, right?
Yeah. There are a few that are still pretty difficult.
Yeah, maybe not easily.
Technically, they are beatable.
Yeah, that's the I never said anything about ease of difficulty, but technically, logically beatable. Yes.
Yep.
All right, so it looks like...
Oh, as Hayfield's going to attempt the backwards here to Dark Cross in the dark. I like it.
Yeah, with the fire rod, I don't think it's going to be too bad.
It's not too bad.
I guess it depends on the enemies, right? Like, we don't know what enemies are back there.
Yeah, it depends on what's in these next 2 rooms, because it's not really easy to hit torches in these rooms.
Yeah. Obscure heading up to Hera. Like it. Have we seen Hype Cave? Is this our first like Hype Cave, or
Oh, that's right. Double Foxes hasn't been to Zora. That's
Oh, there's the flippers. Okay. Yeah, they don't have that Moon Pearl. That's rough. Making use of that ferry there. So I think Magno has to just go up, like go north, right? Just go. I know Skullwoods is kind of crappy, but I feel like most bosses that are in Skullwoods are actually kind of easier in the back. I think like Moth might be the worst case scenario.
Kind of honest. Well, it depends. With this loadout, Armos can be a bit of a pain. I mean, you just true. Slash them into the spikes, but like they move pretty erratically, so that can be a bit tricky on 4 hearts. Vitreous is pretty rough with this loadout.
Can Vitreous can be in Skullwoods?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's just I think it's Trinex and is it just Trinex that can't be in there? No. I think it's just Trinex.
Okay. We're gonna give us a look at Catfish.
Blind can't. I don't. No, Blind can. Blind. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about, dude.
All right, there's our bow, so that makes finding Armos Knights not too bad. Hayfield Bay doesn't have enough money for Zora. Was just doing the water walk stuff. That's
2 rubies.
Oh. So he's gonna take a trip into Eastern.
Boring old Moldorm here in Hera.
One-eyed. Gosh, I don't want to say what that looks like.
And yeah, now Hayfield's go. This is kind of rough for Noble Foxes because they're getting pulled away into all these other checks.
Yeah.
That Brogor and Magno are going to be able to most likely single dip Eastern. And I mean,
there's a possibility
you might be able to single dip Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I guess Trinex would be the bad one. There's the lamp. Interesting.
Where was that? Was that an Eastern?
That's an Eastern.
Oh,
yeah.
I hope they don't do Ag. Hoping for Pearl.
Oh yeah. All right, so we've got our first Argus here in Thieves Town.
Yeah, Thieves Town is super interesting randomizer because it's probably the dungeon that changes the most because of it.
Yeah.
Specifically because unless it's blind as the boss, you don't really need to go to the back. So
even if it's blind, you don't need to.
No, you do actually need to go to the back if it's
really?
blind. If it's blind, you still need to blow up the
Interesting. I thought blind was always there.
No. Not in this branch. But yeah, you'll see a lot of people skip the back of Thieves Town. Just do the boss and then leave, which, there's still 2 items back there, but
yeah.
Meh.
Yeah. It's always again, things change a little bit in co-op, right? Like we see that there's 1 item in the back of
Oh yeah, it's just 1, yeah. Yeah, so I would probably skip it for 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like Obscure over here in the Uncle area.
They in the front of the castle? I thought they did.
So Hayfield did Uncle to start and then didn't do front. I don't think they went into front of the castle. But this to me, well, I guess Obscure didn't pick up the lamp yet, so probably not going to do Agno.
I mean, it does have the fire rod.
Yeah, sure. This room actually pretty friendly for Randomizer.
Yeah. And there's Trinex. So we do need the ice rod.
Yes, we do.
Nice Lionels. Look at that.
Oh, jeez.
It was actually probably better to come from the back with that one.
Oh man, that was. I'm not sure what hit him there because that was. Moldorm shouldn't do 2 hearts worth of damage,
Yeah.
so he got hit by something else.
All right, looks like Hayfield Bay is gonna go to Zora here, so that's good.
This is going to be Obscure getting that lamp just in case. This is in preparation for
Yeah.
the Pearl.
Yep.
Oh, don't get. Okay.
All right, so both Brogor and Magno have their first crystal there at Thieves Town. We're going to take a look at what is behind in Skullwoods. All right, so our pendants are Mire and Turtle Rock, which is interesting, as well as Desert.
I mean, that is nice. Those are the dungeons you usually want to see as pendants.
Yeah, the problem is that we do know that Trinex is required, so they are
right. Yeah, but it does potentially, get rid of the need to find some Maria.
Oh, true. All right, so there's the Moon Pearl for Noble Foxes. And I don't know if we've seen what's back here yet. It doesn't have the compass yet, so
no, this is going to be a mystery drop through. But like you said, I mean, there's no boss. I don't think there's any boss that can show up here that we technically can't beat. So
yeah. We're gonna see
the old Quake on Magno and Brogor's side. I didn't see where they picked that up, but that is nice to have because that takes care of the dead rock problem.
Yep. I mean, we're 20 minutes in. We only need a few more items. We don't need actually any medallions as far as crystals go.
Yeah. We really just kind of need that ice rod. The ice rod
right.
Like mirror,
mitts, ice rod. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, this fight kind of sucks. Yeah, don't even use bow here. Honestly, just use your sword and slash them into the.
Yeah, they take damage off. Yeah,
so that guy goes off to his own planet, and then he just
just teleports.
Yeah.
Brogor is going into Eastern. I don't know if I agree. I guess.
Yeah, I don't really.
You're choosing Pod over Eastern over Pod. I guess.
I mean, I guess they don't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess either one's probably fine because you don't really have a whole lot of other options if you're Magno.
I think I'd rather do Hera, right? Like, I think I'd rather gone back up and climb around to Hera.
I would probably try to hold off on the mountain until we get I think. Because that is a long trip to have to go all the way around just for 2 checks in Hera.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here? There's the big key in Skullwoods. So we've got 1 Moldworm, 1 Argus, and 1 Armos Knights.
And 1 Trinex.
And 1 Trinex. That's right. So where is our mitts? I feel like that's the next one,
odd, right?
Yeah, at this point, yep. It hasn't been too bad of a seed though, right? Like half magic.
Oh, half magic. That's real nice.
Yeah, I think I'd take the time with even with that many digs to grab that in this mode specifically.
Oh, Obscura has a cape now too. I didn't see where that came from.
Maybe that was in Hera. I don't know.
Spike cave potentially.
Is it? Yeah, we got a couple bottles. Yeah. Just looking for that last item here in Skullwoods. Our mitts might just be here.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah, swamp we can get into. Actually, we just do
swamp.
Oh, right. Stupid mirror.
I think you just go to Pod if you're Magno here.
Yeah. There's the cape on the old
man. Oh, it's on the old man. Okay. I think
Why is-
Hayfield should have checked Spike Cave there. He's got half magic, and the cave
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I'm surprised Magno's going in for this.
for
Like,
just
is
for
the
the
lamp-
I get it does. I mean, the turtle room can be a little tricky.
Yeah, they got the fire
I mean, we got
rod, though.
fire rod.
Yeah.
I guess the dark maze is more of a problem than the turtle room.
Mhm.
But even then, that tends to. I mean, you have a quake, so you can potentially just use that to stun half the enemies in there, depending on what's in there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Just a little surprising.
this could be like, they don't expect to not be able to beat this, right? Because they don't know that it's
That's
Trinex.
true.
So it's like, oh, just
Yeah.
come in here, beat this first. Your lamp's in here, then you don't have to worry about it.
Mhm.
And they're about to find out. Magno is going to fail in a second here.
But then they're both going to be in pod, right?
Yeah, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just can't avoid following each other's footsteps. I mean, Magno's going to be.
Yeah, I think maybe you send Brogor to do Skullwoods. Just I don't know. I guess getting the mitts is probably more important. So,
Well, let's see.
oh, one's going up to the mountain. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so maybe Magno's going to go do Hera.
Yeah, he could do. No, he's got one bottle. And we'll get the cape here.
Well, he'll get the cape. With the cape and the bottle.
6, 7.
Is there anything in the bottle? I can't tell.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think it's empty. All right. So Noble Fox is splitting up these checks. There was Quake there in Thieves Town. That's a good one in case you ever come across those dead rocks like you mentioned.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than thinking you're in go mode and then finding a dead rock on the GT climb.
Yeah. All right, so I think because we saw Catfish and all the other stuff, I think our progression is here in Pod.
Did we see Catfish?
Yeah, Brogor went up to Catfish early on,
Okay.
and did Pyramid as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, Mitts and Pod seems very likely. Maybe Mirror.
You know, it's also a possibility. The back of Thieves Town. That everyone's
There
gonna
is
skip
one item
unless-
back there, yeah.
Everyone's gonna skip in last location.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to find anyone going to the back of Thieves Town for one item.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like when playing co-op. I'd like to kind of send one person back there. I don't know. I just think the information might be worth it.
Yeah, it's tough, right? I think when I was doing co-op with my team last year, and that was kind of our thought process. Like, it's co-op. Somebody has to do the trash tags. Just do them, Whoever's there first, just suck it up.
And you know that there's a lot of people that like to skip it, right? So if you go back there and you find it, like, that does give you an advantage. I don't know. I get it. I get skipping it, but I feel like I wouldn't fault
anyone either way.
Yeah, I kind of like what Hayfield Bay here is doing. Just throwing that cape on. Yep.
And Obscure gonna pick up that half magic.
Yeah, so we've got back of the Thieves Town, we've got Pod with Brogor in it, we've got Spike Cave. All these things are in logic, especially with that lamp. And we're just finding all keys here in the front of Pod.
Yeah, not too unusual. One of the best parts of Randomizer now, we get to see if a hammer jump is possible.
Right. So because he found 4 keys, he's got to check this. This could be another key too, but you got to check it. Yeah, and it is another key. That's hilarious. I think it was 5 keys.
Yes.
All right, so Novovox is actually on the right path with Obscure heading over to Pod here to find progression. So even though they relate to the Dark World, I think they've done a
Looks like
pretty
their
good
Dark
job.
World
Split
routing
up,
is going to
yeah.
pay off a little bit better.
Yeah. All right, to the back of pod. What do we have? Is our progression here? Is it possible to beat this dungeon? Is our other Trinex? Because there could be 2 Trinexes.
There could be. There could be. That is not. Not going to hammer jump that one.
No, you're not. And be careful because that's
Oh, just hook through it.
Really use a cape there. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't have the cape, can't cape there. But that doggo, man, I'm making sure no one gets.
He's got the fairy though, so this is okay.
The goods. Yeah, protecting the goods. All right, last key.
6th key.
Yes, we've seen them all now. Oh, excuse me. Our big key. So now the rest are items.
And we can see who the boss is. It's a Cold Stare. Okay, that's beatable.
Yep. Not the most fun, but with half magic, I think it's pretty easy. No,
yeah, half magic and fire out. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, you got to help me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is rough.
I guess because no mirror is gonna walk out.
I would assume you would just death warp to the front after.
Yeah, that's not unfortunate.
I'm still looking for something here.
Yeah. All right, so let's see how the fish navigates the chain chomp here.
Okay. 2 more checks. What is Magno coming to the front of escape for? Did they not do front of escape?
I thought they did.
I thought both players did, yeah. But maybe not, because I don't remember there being anything important in there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm looking at the different trackers. I don't see. Yeah.
Oh, Bombos was in Spike Cave?
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
look at this room. Nice.
All right, so, very easy death warp.
Yeah. That's the harmless hallway became very less harmless.
All right, there's 1 item left on Helma, and that's it for Pod. I mean, it's either that or that last item in Thieves Town, I think.
Yeah. I really thought Brogor or Magno had already done the front of escape, but yeah, give him time back. So
yeah, I guess not. Yeah, so this is good for Obscure and Hayfields, picking up a little time back.
Yep.
You were gonna save a little extra time in Pod here by routing it correctly.
Yeah, we'll not have to walk all the way back out to go back to Harmless Hallway. Yeah. All right, so I think so we saw Spike Cave with Bombos. It does nothing as far as that.
This helmet check and the back of Thieves Town.
I really hope it's the back of Thieves Town. I just want everyone.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, it's been too. This has been way too easy. Let's get a little punishment for them. I would say this Cold Stare fight is a little bit more difficult, right? Like they are in not 1 hit but 2 hit KO, but the half magic kind of nullifies.
Yeah, and you can do the same thing. You can knock the buffs into the spikes, so it's not too bad.
All right, so Hayfield Bay with the 2 crystals, same as Magno, Brogor, and
check for Hayfield.
Yeah, you look at that Bombos. This is actually really close, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I think Magno and Brogor are still slightly ahead, but it is pretty close right now.
Yeah. I mean, look how fast those puffs move. It's scary.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Got they can take weird movements too, getting caught in
Yeah.
those spikes.
A lot of
Alright.
times you'll hit them. It's not
It's
here.
not this.
Wow. Let that be a lesson, folks.
Someone ping GFE and let them know that there's an important item in the back of the Easttown Randomizer.
Yeah. All right, so I think Magno, with that information, is now heading to the back of Easttown.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless we're missing something, I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, we saw Gina. Yeah, I don't think the Hayfield Bay and Obscure saw the waterfall because they didn't have the pearl and didn't
Right, yeah.
do the water walk. So, oh no, he's getting a potion. A blue, nice, good knowledge. Kind of got in the way here.
So what do we think? Is this? It's got to be
It's
mirror
mitts. Yeah, it's gonna be mitts. It's gonna be vanilla mitts.
book.
Book is something. Yeah, it's gonna lead to whatever our progression is.
Yeah,
Ice rod, maybe.
Oh yeah, for thing I'm trying next. No, you want the ice rod. You want this to come down to an ice rod at this point, right?
I love.
Into TR, pendant TR for an ice rod.
Yeah. I like to punish runners by playing Randomizer, but not by punishing them with ice rod hunts. All right, so Hayfield Bay is going to finish off pod here. Pick up another crystal. Knows that doesn't really can kind of rush. You got to get to the back to get the big key, but don't really need anything out of here. Oh, Obscure not paying attention to the keys there. Wasted a little bit of time going for the big key chest. All right, so it wasn't the attic, right? Nothing there.
Nope, that was just the compass.
He didn't bomb it, did he?
I didn't see. I'm not sure.
Sometimes it's hard to miss that have the muscle memory there. So again, now that they know that you don't need the attic, and Broker's gonna head straight to the back, but takes a shot. Don't think he's got any more fairies.
No. That is pretty punishing. That's
yeah, it is.
A long way to go.
Gonna have to hit that switch again too. All right, so this is either the key or the item.
There's all right. So now what? Now we do everything.
Ice Palace, I think, is probably next.
Send one person to ice, one person up the mountain. Well, death warping.
It wouldn't be better. I guess they've got the flute. Like just save and quit, right? I guess let's do Smith Chain.
You want to do mirrorless Smith Chain right now? Because I don't.
Yeah. I'd go. You go ice. I think Meyer is actually probably a quick check, right? Like you check the Meyer shed.
Yeah, Meyer shed's 2 quick checks, but then you're like, oh, I have a medallion for Meyer. Should I go in? Like,
yeah, that's true. Mountain. Yeah,
I would do Mountain and Ice Palace. I think here.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm with you there.
Probably send Brogor up the mountain because Brogor hasn't beaten Harry yet.
Oh yeah, smart. We are going to take a look at Hammer Pigs and the Smith Chain. Mirrorless Smith Chain. Just $50 there. Yeah, it looks like Brogor is going to be heading to Ice Palace instead.
Painless Ice Palace. Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, especially with Meyer and Turtle Rock being pendants. I think you got to do it. I'm not sure. Obscure is not going to Thieves Town. I'm not sure. Oh, he's checking the Dark Cross that he missed. So that might be a Thieves Town now.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Noble Foxes has left on the board. So they might just be down to back to Thieves Town.
We saw him go do Catfish. We saw him go back to Hyrule Castle. So I think they're running out of checks here really quickly.
Okay,
Problem
so getting
being
a Meyer check.
Yeah, that they are a bit behind now. Though
Almost.
Hateful Bay is going. What? Nothing in Meyer Shed. All right, so Magna probably gonna head to the yeah. Which medallion was it?
Bombos.
Okay. All right, so gonna get some new information. What are we looking for, Gilgamesh? We're looking for
Mirror and Ice Rod. I think that's it.
All right. The only way we would need Kane is if GT is required in GT, or we got to go into one of those pendant dungeons, specifically Turtle Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely TR. Chances are, I mean, there's only one item locked behind Kane in my eye.
Look at this.
Oh no! Oh wait, Hayville's got a fairy. It's okay.
Look at this ice palace. That whatever that thing is gets stuck here. So I guess the iframes from the bomb should be fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
He tried to hover it, and that wasn't going to work because that doesn't give you those iframes that you need. All right, Super Bunny. Do we have the mirror? Oh wow, those red guards.
Nope.
Red guards do some work. Vanilla spike there. That's interesting. Love the hand in the Wallmaster and Ice Palace. Always fun. There's a nice chain chomp there.
Well, another one of my favorite things about Randomizer is making sure you can count to 6 in the last room of Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Ice Rod in Hookshot Cave.
All right.
So
mirror go mode, huh?
No broke order, just mirror away, yeah. This is fun though. Okay, all right, Kate makes this.
Yeah. Powder would be really nice. Oh, and Brogor taking a death. A nice palace there. That's tough, man. That's tough. All right, there is the bits for Obscure Hayfield Bay. Not sure why he was back into oh, I guess he was going to check the big key chest because they skipped that one. But
I wonder if there's been a value to Brogor not continuing in ice here with that Ice Rod knowledge and maybe going up and getting the Ice Rod first, just in case it's Trinex.
Yeah. I don't think that's the worst. But yeah, he's going back. It's going to be real bad if Trinex is here. But that's unlikely.
So yeah, Obscure is going to start on the mount with those mitts. So guys is going to get that Ice Rod pretty quickly.
Yeah. Magno going to get the last item out of Eastern with the Trinex fight. We are still missing like a Tempered Sword would be nice. Silvers would be nice.
Yeah. A couple more hearts maybe.
Yeah. The Eastern room is not free. Yeah, we've seen one. Don't have access to it yet though. The Trinex in the Eastern room isn't necessarily free either. It's a bit smaller of a room, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It can be scary.
Yeah. I don't think we're actually getting that blue mail that we saw.
No. No.
Because like Desert and Maya are both pendants, so we're there's really no. Once you find the mirror, you're not going back there.
Yeah. Those red guards are a pain in the butt, to be honest. Like,
they are one of my least favorite enemies. It's just
for sure.
they're so hard to deal with because they move so quickly.
Oh no, he got wall mastered in Ice Palace.
Oh,
Rogor having, yeah. And that's the, I mean, this is the difference, right? Like this, they definitely have the lead, but the time lost in Ice Palace.
That was a long time spent in ice for Rogor for sure.
And they didn't finish it. Like that's rough. All right, gonna take a look at King's Tomb. There's the mitts for Hayfield Bay. So once we find that mirror, I guess because we still need a sword, you're still looking for Samaria, right?
I will check things on the way, but I'm not going I'm not gonna go like too far out of the path to, like, you have a 17 out of 22 chance of not needing Samaria, so I think you play as though you don't, and it could just be a GT anyway, so
yeah. Nice thing about Trinex in these other rooms, ice doesn't stay.
But yeah, with only Master Sword here and no half magic for Magno, definitely needs to be a little careful on this. All right, gets the fire ice sets down.
Yeah, should be good now. But again, look how much smaller the room is. It's going to head down into the left, and there's not a lot of room. Oh, it's able to escape. Nicely done there.
Yeah, you don't realize how big the TR boss room is.
Oh, Hayfield Bay heading into Mire.
Okay, that's kind of spicy. This could be a big, if Mirror's here, I mean...
Yeah, they hit go mode, because it wasn't on Trinex.
I think the last thing you want to find now is the cane, honestly. Like, you're like, I don't just...
Yeah, for sure.
Has Magno never actually been into Hype Cave yet to get those flippers?
Yes, not.
Either. I guess you don't need to. You just get drive it on.
Yeah. Are you surprised that Hayfield Bay is in Mire and not ice?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that is a little surprising.
But, I mean, I don't hate it. Alright, Magno's going to go ahead and take a crack at Ice Palace now.
Yeah, this game swings if Hayfield Bay finds the mirror here.
Yeah, I mean, and Noble Foxes needs that. Like we said at the start of the stream, this is a do or die match for them. They need to win both of these.
Yeah, playoffs started now for them. Like, this is technically the last week, but if you want your season to keep going, you got to win.
Did Rogor get Ice Rod? That's a good question. I sure hope so.
Does not look. I think he auto tracks, and we're looking at their trackers. So.
Oh man, this is real brutal.
This is where the tilt starts to set in, right? Like,
for sure.
How do you handle this? Yep. Yeah. The benefit is you have a teammate, right, to kind of help you.
And that does help. It's like for sure.
Talk you through it. Yeah, and there's the same quit.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh man.
After the 2 Ice Palace dips and then the trip all the way through Eastern, that's if you're my teammate, if I'm in Rogor shoes, I'm telling my teammate I need help. I'm super tilted.
Yeah, I am very upset.
Yep. I don't think we've seen anything here.
So what we have left for this mirror? Like
it's got to be ice, Mire. Can't be in swamp. We can't get
purple chest.
Can't get into rock. Purple chest is a possibility. That's a great place for it. That's always a great place for it.
Certainly a place for it.
Yeah, we still have a few checks in ice. So it looks like none of the actual items were found by Rogor when he was in ice. So there's still 3 items here. There's that chain chomp in the H room there. That's just, I mean, they don't have a ton of hearts. That's another thing about playing co-op, right? Is you're splitting the
Right.
checks. You're not picking up everything up.
And yeah,
we're still on green mail. The only
green mail and 7 hearts is not
Yeah.
very friendly for Randomizer.
Yeah, everything hits hard. All right, so there's the ice rod for Brogor. You can go back to Eastern and kind of just like let Magno
take the time to like
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. Catch up, just take the time to calm yourself down a little bit.
Yeah. We've seen catfish, nothing there. All right, there's the big key. Still 2 items there in Meyer. We haven't found anything yet. And we've got 3 checks, so. Oh, Broger is going back to ice. Interesting. I think because he knows probably something's here.
Yeah, I mean, I would
have had to go to Eastern and just finish that off, right?
I would have had him do literally anything else right now.
Yeah.
Eastern, send him to Meyer or something.
There's
like,
the
oh,
book.
baby. All right. Well, we got with Desert now. Pendant Desert England.
Pendant Desert. You got Ether Tablet.
Yeah, let's go all the way around the mountain for Ether Tablet.
Yeah.
Hey, if you go into Pendant Desert, though, you can pick up that blue mail.
That's true. I'm doing it, too.
I would certainly pick Desert over Ether Tablet here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It looks like the other item was on Vitreous.
Good times. There's the mirror.
Oh, there it is in Ice Palace. All right.
And look who has it first.
See you later, Desert.
Yeah, look who has it first. Oh,
wait,
no,
Magno
got it. Magno got it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. That should be go mode.
Ooh, okay. This is interesting now because, I mean, Brogor has a bit to catch up on.
Oh, chat point out, Broger got wall mastered right before that chest. He walked past it the first time, and the second time got wall mastered. That's real unfortunate.
Yeah, we still have the potential for Samaria being needed on the table as well.
Yeah, I mean, as far as GT goes, like we're in GT mode now, so.
Yeah, you definitely just play for GT. Finish up Ice Palace, do Swamp real quick. Don't, you check the stuff on. I wouldn't even check like the bombable chest or anything. I'll do, Diver Down Room, Waterfall Room. That's probably it.
Oh man, we're playing with fire with that 1 heart.
Yeah, this is. I mean, he does have a blue potion that I would probably recommend maybe using.
Yeah, just use it. Just use it. Just use it. All right, there's our second Armos Knight. So that's our first.
Dude, what are we doing? Okay, he's got 2 hearts now. Never mind, we're fine.
I know this next room though is scary.
This is our second Armos Knight we've seen. So that's first duplicate.
Yep.
Please don't get wall mastered again.
Okay, so Magno's got 4 crystals. Obscure's got 5, right? With ice finished now?
Yeah, Obscure just needs to do Swamp and Skull Woods. Hayfield's got a little bit of catching up to do. He's got to do Ice, Swamp, go back and beat Eastern, and then do Hera. But, I mean, Hera's easy to do on the way up to GT.
Yeah, but he's got 1 crystal up over Brogor. Are Noble Foxes in the lead?
They might be now, yeah. I think maybe all the mishaps that Brogor had might have swapped this.
We got ourselves a race, and that's exciting. And GT, the ultimate equalizer, right? Like, we still don't have tempered. We don't have silvers. Half magic is definitely great. Magno never picked it up.
I would maybe think about that after Swamp here.
I know it's a couple digs, but if you're going Master Sword silverless,
but also you're feeling, you're probably not feeling great after what Brogor just went through. So
yeah, Magno does have 5. I'm sorry. It's close.
Yeah, I mean, Magno and Obscure are heading into Swamp at roughly the same time, but Obscure's Skull Woods clear is going to be a little faster than Magno's pod clear.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm opening everything along the way here in Swamp. I don't mind taking the time to check this chest. I think I'm even doing the south chest. The sword is just so important. I feel like
they're just in GT though, right? I mean,
I don't know. You still got. I mean, they haven't seen Meyer. They haven't seen Turtle Rock. What's unfortunate?
Hayfield and Obscure know that the
the Wallmaster's back. The Wallmaster's back. Magno.
Oh no.
Specky Clip is not free.
It's got a time. I'll see if Obscure gets fooled by it.
He just saw the Wallmaster, so I think he did. He's timing it. Yeah. That is always a nice little wrinkle there.
Yeah, it's something you don't necessarily like. It's hard to think about that constantly when you're playing Randomizer, because normally you're in go mode right now. You're just doing what you normally do. You're kind of, doing the strats that you know how to do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say mindlessly, but you're doing them automatically, and you don't even think, oh, wait a second, if I stand in this spot for too long, it could actually be really bad.
Yeah. So Obscure is in your camp, and let's just play for GT. Magno's in my camp, gets the big key. See if the big chest has anything. It doesn't. So yeah, Obscure able to pick up some time here by skipping some things and just playing full for GT. I get it.
And I think they're again, the pressure's on them to win this one, right? So maybe
totally
take a little more chances.
Yep. All right, so Brogor now in the same room as Magno. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the diver down here. And it's just gonna say, let's forget it. Let's go the long way.
So yeah, Obscure picking up some time here. All right, we got a Vitreous. This is fine with Cape. This is pretty free.
Yeah, Cape and Bow. The Lionel with the chain chomp garden to the swamp entrance is always funny. Yeah, if I feel like if Hayfield Bay had gone into ice as opposed to Meyer, I think they have even a bigger lead. I think their lead is small, but yeah, the choice to do Meyer over ice was an interesting one.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's pretty close. Like Obscure is obviously ahead of Magno.
Yeah.
Brogor is like maybe very slightly ahead of Hayfield, but not that much because Brogor still got to do Skull Woods.
They both have to do Eastern. They both have to do Hera.
And then Brogor also has to do Skull Woods. So I mean, Skull Woods versus go mode of Swamp, like
Oh, Hayfield still has to go up the mountain and get Ice Rod. So
that's true. That is a little
time. So maybe Magno and Brogor are a little ahead. All I know is it's close. It's close. All right, Magno now finishing up this Vitreous fight. So what bosses haven't we seen? We haven't seen Blind, I don't think. We haven't seen Landmo.
No Helma. I think that's it. I think we've seen everything else.
Okay.
And Blind and Landmo can't be at Moldar 2.
Yeah. Master Sword Silverless, like let's say you find early big key, right? You just go and you got the climb.
I mean, man, yeah, I think you just do it. Like
you got the climb, you got
we got bottles, we got cape. Like we don't have Samari. You can't do Samari strats on Ganon, but like you have cape and half magic and bottles. Like it's fine. It's not fun.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. They can't do it, but it definitely it's like, it's a matter of execution. Who can get through these things that you're not used to doing?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is not Hayfield. This is not how you want to handle this. Oh. You wanted to slash there to maintain as much magic as you could, not dashing.
Mm.
This crystal number 7 for Obscure.
Yeah, so he's going to be heading up to GT, and I guess this is like the
Oh,
most
Magno hasn't
regular.
even. Oh no, Magno has. He just needed a small. No, Magno hasn't even touched pods, so Magno's got to go to the back to get the big.
Yeah, yeah. So it's who knows who's ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Obscure's definitely.
Yeah, he's the first
right now.
But it is average time, so we'll see. We are going to play the GT Big Key guessing game, so go ahead and get your guesses. 1 through. It's been so long. Is it 22 checks? Right.
One through Ice Trinex.
Yeah. As far as where the GT Big Key goes, I am in favor of an early Big Key because I want to see them have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, like Ice Trinex would be a kind of a disaster right now if that ends up being the case, because I'm Master Sword. Like this is not the loadout for that boss.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how.
Oh no! Look at Hayfield Base heading into pod without the ice rod.
Oh, dude. Nope. Okay. Obscure was in his ear, being like, "You have the ice rod, right?"
That's co-op for you too, right? Like, you know, okay, you picked up the ice rod, kind of mark it off in your brain. Then forget that I need to pick it up. All right, into GT Obscure goes.
Do you route GT any differently in Randomizer versus how you would normally route it?
Nah, I'm a hope right person anyways. I feel like I'm still doing that.
I like a rando rush in Randomizer.
So just straight left?
Straight left to rando room and then do right side, because then you maximize everything before hitting the ice boss.
Sure. All right, so we're seeing hope to left. Did get a small key, could have continued on, but is going to go.
No, we couldn't have continued on because we don't
have Samaria. That's right. That is right. I assumed we have Samaria because that's, you know, how do you get the GT without Samaria? But this is how. I don't think, without Samaria, Rando Rush doesn't work, right? There's Samaria.
Hey, well, there's Samaria, so problem solved.
And there's our early.
Right. Well, it was early.
Yes, we go. Here we go. No
Master
Sword, no Silvers. I think you have to. I could maybe see going to Random Room, but that's such a trek, and you're not guaranteed like anything. So it's
and there's no doubt that Obscure's confident in his execution for this. Like, I think he's fine doing it, and he's got plenty of safeties. He's got a blue post instead of fairy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it looks like Magno, Brogar aren't too far behind. So Brogar's got Skullwoods and then Hera on the
Hera.
Yeah, so is he next in? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close between them.
Magno will be next in, but they will be in there pretty close. But Obscure has like a pretty good lead on both of them, so it's like
it's gonna be an 8.
It's gonna be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 and 4, 2 and 3 kind of situation, probably.
Yeah, so it's how much time can Obscure give Hayfield Bay to finish? Because Brogar and Magno should be close.
Yeah.
Those magic refills here are nice. Kind of lets you just.
How much can you keep yourself under control during the Ganon fight, which looks like it's going to be Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah. Climb doesn't seem to be too bad.
And notable, Magno does not have that half magic. So, like,
Yeah.
Magno doesn't get the benefit of just spamming cape in Civilized Ganon.
And
or this.
Yes, this.
So, Magno does have a fairy, at least.
Okay.
So, we're fine.
But you don't want to waste that before you head up to the mountain.
No, ideally not. Right? This room in Randomizer is awful. That stupid shooter is the worst.
Yeah, for sure. All those moth, right? Nice.
All right, so yeah, we probably see a Helma here on Moldorm 2.
Yeah, almost anything, right? Could be. I don't think it could be land moat, right?
So
land moat.
There's only 5 bosses that can actually show up in Moldorm 2. It's Vidi, Cold Stare, Moth, Moldorm, and Helma.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Obscure's going to be done with the climb before Magno and Broger even get into GT.
Yeah. Obscure.
Oops.
Playing really, really well.
All right, here we go for Hayfield finishing Trinex. Just needs to Para.
All right, Broger and Magno now with all 7 crystals. Magno in the Dark World. Broger not too far behind. And Hayfield Bay heading up. And gonna definitely check these. Yep. Key. No sword. A sword is real. I mean, would you prefer a sword or would you prefer silvers?
Oh, sword, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that Helma. Okay, yeah, I thought Obscure's pretty confident in his hovering.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see a hover here.
Oh no.
This fight, Helma sucks here. This is not a fun fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
intentional
map check.
Yeah. That's the slip of the finger there.
Yep.
I think at this point would have been better just to fight him.
Maybe it's also it's pretty dangerous though, right? Because I mean, Obscure is only on 3 hearts right now.
That's true.
And Green Mail. There we go. We get it.
It just stinks to miss the sword there in the chest.
It does. Yeah, there's no sword there. Just make sure we have enough magic to. I like to cape dash through this room because who knows what's here.
And
I mean, that was not too bad, but you accidentally get knocked back by something and then get hit by a wall master and everything's terrible. So.
Really stinks you don't get a refill after you beat Agatu.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but we have a blue. Yeah, Brogor and Magno both having the big nest. They're starting their climbs. Hayfield's got to do Hera first. It's a nice Aga fight.
Yeah, well done. How well versed are you in Samaria strats for Ganon?
Well, it depends on who you ask. I can do them. It's not flawless, but I can do it well enough to save a little bit of time. It's okay. I'm not 2-in-1 cycling it or anything, but
Magno picking up a refill before the climb. And Broger not too far behind. Here we go, Ganon.
Yeah, just play this safe. I mean, Obscure's in Oko mode right now, so.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh wow. Is there any reason why he's not drinking his blue goo yet?
Probably wants to save it. Try to maximize.
Needs the magic though, right?
Yeah, I guess. But like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you got to refill for the magic anyways, and you're this far deep. Do you want to?
Yeah, you might as well. You're probably right. I don't know if there's any real reason to. Yeah, because we have to be pretty frugal about magic usage, considering we have to do 24 spins here.
Right.
Oh, buddy. Okay, we do have a fairy still.
Right,
I think
through phase 2, yeah.
I think Magno's gonna have a rough time on this Ganon fight without that half magic.
Yeah, I agree.
He has one green potion, but that's not a lot.
All right, and at 1:09:18, Hayfield Bay has his last key and is making his climb. So, yeah, he's gonna have a few minutes.
Or some Desert Palace. Oh, we were so close. We could have had. Hayfield was right there when Obscure found the mirror. All right, I think Obscure can safely do fire on Stretch for a little bit.
Yeah.
As long as I would just take it slow and make sure you guarantee your triples.
Yeah.
Luckily, the warp patterns are pretty friendly so far.
Yeah. He's doing a nice job. And that's a spot, right? Like he could have lit the torch, but wouldn't guarantee that hit. So skip the hit, get the triple.
Yep, doing a good job here.
Yeah, it's got plenty of magic, I think, at this point.
I have no clue how far in we are on this. Let's say that was 19.
Great guess.
20, 21.
Oh, Magno taking a fall to Helma there.
23. Oh, I was off by
that was a really good guess. Really good guess. All right, Brogor doing the hover. Magno getting through. Get your GGs in chat for Obscure Lifeform, and we can start doing some math here, or at least put in our first few numbers as we see his finish here. 1:11:15.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it's a pretty big buffer. I mean, it looks like Brogor's going to be the first one into Ganon, but I mean, Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight you're still looking at a couple minutes there. So
yeah. And Magno's having a tough time here, and he's using all of his magic, and he's only got that one green.
Magno might need to actually refill. I don't think that's enough magic to get through this Ganon fight, unless you perfectly triple every single cycle.
All right, Brogor on to Ganon here.
Oh, dude. Magno, please. Oh, Magno does have a fairy.
Oh, okay.
Not a fairy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Oh, right. We have I totally forgot we picked up Samaria. Why didn't Obscure use Samaria Ganon?
Yeah, I don't know if he's familiar enough with it. I'm not sure. All right, Brogor pulling Samaria. Yeah.
Or we're just gonna there it goes. Just took it out to taunt people.
Yeah, I mean it's not free. It's something you do have to practice for sure. The people that are good at it are gonna say it's free. But
Brogor's doing a good job here. That's getting through this real quick there.
Oh no.
It's okay. Brogor does have a fairy.
Yeah,
and he's got a blue potion, so he can expend some resources.
All right, so what's Magnum going to do here? Is he going to just drop in?
I don't think he can. I don't think he's got enough magic. I think this is a mistake. He certainly can't use Samaria.
He'll have enough magic if he just does lamp, though, right?
Yeah, that's so slow, but yeah, I guess. Because you can't really get triples with lamp. I mean, you technically can, but it's...
Yeah, it's difficult, for sure. All right, so Brogor on to phase 4 now, and let's go. Got the torch glitch, and he can actually use the fire rod since he's still got half of his magic and another refill, so he can get the triple here. Yep.
I did not expect Brogor to be the one on this team to finish ahead, but
yeah. He did not get tilted. He stayed calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
All right, so Magno on to phase 3 now, and
I feel getting got by Helma there, but has the fairy.
Yeah.
This fight is miserable. I loathe this fight in this spot.
Yeah, especially when Helma just like kind of rushes forward quickly and you're in front of him. It's
I would probably if
bombs.
If I was somebody who could hover, I would.
Oh yeah.
I am somebody who can hover. I would definitely attempt the hover here a couple times first before trying to do this. But yeah, this is the way to do it. Hit him from the side.
What's the backlash stick? Is that Kana Burna?
Yes. No, boom. No, Burna? I don't know. Who knows?
All right, that's it for Brogor. Get your GGs in chat, as he's going to be the first to finish for Tam's Triple Potato Pouch Mayhem, and that's about a little over
4 minutes and change ahead. So yeah, 1:15:29 from Brogor. So we'll see how long Magno takes here, and then we'll know how long Hayfield has to finish once Magno finishes.
Magno is in the home stretch for sure. I don't know about this fire rod though.
Yeah, you really. I mean, you can use it a little bit if you want, but you got to like not miss. Like, I don't think you can do that where you're only going to get a double.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got enough at this point.
Yeah, I think you got to set up triple here, and then you switch to lamp. It's a little sweaty.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, he's got it. All right, we're good.
All right. Get your GGs in chat for Magno.
GGs for both Brogor and Magno. And let's see. So Magno is going to go ahead and finish here with a time of 1:17:05. So we're looking at about 5 minutes or so for Hayfield to finish. Which should be doable as long as you do a clean fight here. Does need to be careful about health, because it doesn't have any health restoration items, just has that green potion.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sit and watch like the rest of y'all. It's nerve-wracking. Doing a really good job with the Samarias though.
Dodging those bats can be tricky.
I don't know about Cape here.
Oh, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, you just have to be very careful about how much magic you use.
Grabbing the wall.
Okay, we made it to phase 3. Yeah, drop the cave. All right,
Okay.
that's plenty of magic.
Okay.
So yeah, as long as Hayfield can get through this fight, this first try, I think this will be a win for Noble Foxes.
Yeah. So 415 after Magno, which would be 21, 22, 21, 22.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Got the torch glitch and is in a good spot to get some triples here. If you're in Hayfield Bay's spot, right, and you see the
Why? Do I know? Have I looked at the race time room?
Yeah. Does your partner tell you like how much time you got? What's going on between you and your co-op partner?
If I see, I mean, I kind of like knowing personally. If I know how much time I have and I'm in Hayfield's spot, I'm actually feeling pretty good because I know I have enough time to take my time with this and just make sure I get it done.
Okay. I know in the past with my teammates, like Gamachu, he's just basically telling me to hurry up the entire time, stressing me out. Yeah. But Tayville Bay on a good pace here. What do you think he's at? What's your prediction here?
Oh man, we gotta be close. 21, 22.
Okay.
23. Look at that.
You're good, man. You're really good. Get your G's in chat for Hayfield Bay. He gets ready to cross and looks like gonna secure the victory for Noble Fox's force game number 2 to be a tiebreaker. Yep. What a race. What a way to kick off
that was fun.
this
I love Randomizer. It's my favorite week.
See if we can get the teams in here. So yeah, as we mentioned, this is the final week of the regular season, and these teams are both fighting for that last playoff spot. The Noble Foxes needed both wins, and they started today with a win. And we are joined right now by Hayfield Bay and Obscure. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
Really fun race from our perspective. How are you guys feeling, especially as you enter GT?
Less fun. we Hayfield made the dive into Maya, and then we thought when I found the mirror in Ice Palace, we thought that was it.
Yeah.
What?
So what was the thinking? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, felt so behind, with the myths and everything, and you know what? I'm just going to gamble Meyer because we might be behind here, so let's go for that out. And when Obscure said mirror in Ice, I was like, oh, okay, just got my book. Let's hope it's Mario.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm assuming they got the mirror and ended up doing a bunch of...
No, you guys are all got to the mirror around the same time. Joined by Magno. Brogor actually had a bit of a trouble in Ice Palace. Was really the difference. He died on the right side without checking the chest with the mirror, and then got wall mastered as he was about to check that one. So they were a little late to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
GG's.
We had a bit of a trouble all through the seed, and we last located the mids, and
Same.
I said we have to find an out, like Smith Chain right after Thief's Town, and then I did Maya Shed and Hookshot Cave, and Brogo went to Ice and had, as Fear Agent just said, died, wall mastered, and we were late to the mirror.
Yeah, and then he also went all the way back to Trinex without the ice rod, which Hayfield Bait almost did, but yeah, that ended up costing a bit of time there too. But both teams last located the mitts. I don't know. Gilgamesh and I talked about it quite a bit, but like,
I don't know who doesn't there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough not to last look. It's one item in Thieves Town.
Yeah.
There's so much more to do, so understandable that both teams would do that. The big difference, honestly, early was the Moon Pearl. Magno and Brogor got to the Moon Pearl a lot quicker than Hayfield Bay and Obscure. I think Hayfield Bay, you were on your way to Zora with like 3 rupees short or something.
Yeah, earlier, so I just did Hobo and like, okay, we have to get back to Zora. And I felt bad. We never got to check Dark Cross. I died on the way there. Obscure died. It was a bit stressful start, but with the Moon Pearl, at least we could get into the Dark Well and start searching.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Both teams played pretty well. I know Brogor is probably not feeling the greatest after that, but still played really well. Clutched it towards the end too, and played really well through the climb.
Yeah, it was real close.
Yeah. Magno, like in that situation, Gilgamesh and I were talking about how it's so easy to get tilted in those. Are you talking with him? Are you trying to keep him calm, or how do you approach all that?
Yeah, just silent, trying to try to focus on the game. We didn't talk much then when we hit go mode. We just tried to. We were both tilt because things happened, and we just tried to do the best we could after that point.
Yeah. Yeah, the mode can be super tilting. Though you guys did get like 2 swords early. Unfortunately, the rest of the swords were hidden, but
yeah, we said something like, should we check left side GT for a sword? But it's, I mean, it's always a risk and gamble.
Yeah.
But of course, you get the big key right off the bat.
Yeah. I know.
I did check
Hope Room,
but it's,
yeah.
And Hammersaw is kind of my worst enemy in the climb. I fell twice, and so recently I had controller issues, and I just got my new 8-bit-o, so I can hover again, but it's still super rusty, and I always have trouble in this arena for some reason. So I didn't feel well, so I just tried to kill Hammersaw, but he knocked me down twice.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of had a bit of trouble with that. I mean, that's one of those fights. This Gilgamesh talked about it a lot in the stream. It's just, it sucks. It's one of the worst setups.
Yeah, and I tried not to get hit so many times, or just don't fall off again. So I had to use my cape. And
yeah, we were worried about your magic. Yeah, we were worried.
The only one without half magic, or did Obscure
No,
have?
everyone had it. Yeah.
So yeah, I was a little short on magic. I did buy a green potion at some point, but that was all I had for Ganon and Master Sword Silverless. Then I got hit up to 1-hit KO, and I was feeling the stress on Ganon.
Yeah, Ganon can be very stressful. Master Sword, Silverless.
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision when I got to the pyramid. Do I go for the fairy? I really don't have time to think, but I thought I have a huge chance of dying there without it. So, so I went and got the fairy.
Yeah.
I was really close to, do I go and buy 2 potions, or do I just drop in? And I felt it must have been really, really close. I think Obscure was already done at that point, so I tried to squeeze out every second I could.
Yeah.
Risk it.
Obscure and Hayfield Bay, how do you guys handle, or what's the communication like when Obscure finishes and you still have, all of the climb and Ganon to do? Are you guys communicating, or do you know when Magno and Broger finish? How do you guys approach that?
I mean, it depends. Like this race, I was literally saying like, oh, it's been 2 minutes, they've not finished. 3 minutes, they've not finished. But I was trying to keep as quiet as possible to let Hayfield concentrate. But I know both of us, like in either situation, when you're the second one coming in, it's very, very stressful.
Yes.
So I was trying to give as much information to Hayfield, like just to try and relax him as much as possible, like saying like, you've got more time, we've got more time. And then when he said it, like, I'm on Aga 2, I was like, okay, they've just finished. Or I think was it Brogor just finished. I was like, if you just get this Ganon done, like chill, relax, just get it done. This should be a win. And yeah, you'll have to ask Hayfield how if that calmed him down or not. But that's kind of how we approached it.
Yeah,
does that help you out?
It did help me out. I was so super stressed. I was so behind. I did Meyer and everything. I mentioned, I screwed up here. Sorry, and like, no worries, this is going to be all right. And just think about the seed. Doesn't matter how it goes. And yeah, it did calm me down. So
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Well, this is a big race. We're in the final week, and the Noble Foxes needed this win to have a chance for playoffs. So we're going to game 2 to figure out who makes the playoffs in that last spot in your division. Do you guys know when game 2 is and who's playing?
Yeah, I believe it's Thursday it's been scheduled for. I think it's the same time. I know me and Hayfield are playing again on our side. I can't remember who was scheduled for your side, sorry.
Looks like Brogor and Thulane.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Magno, you get to watch that final game. How are you going to watch with one eye closed? Are you going to... Is it stressful for you to kind of just sit back and watch?
Yeah, I hope I have work, so I don't have to watch.
Yeah.
It's so stressful. But playing is even more stressful.
Sure.
I mean, Randomizer alone is hard and tough, but in co-op you don't get as much health and you don't get all the mail upgrades your teammate does, and it's so you have low equipment and Randomizer, and it can be really brutal.
Well, you got to feel, both teams have got to feel good. I mean, it's crazy that it comes down to the final week of the season, but both have played well throughout the season to even have a chance. It's exciting for us as viewers, and I'm sure for your teams as well. Gilgamesh, you got any questions for our runners here?
No, I think you did a great job of covering it. So, yeah, thanks for letting us restream. It was a super fun race to watch, and definitely looking forward to checking out Game 2 later this week.
Yeah, for sure. Any last thoughts from our runners before we let you go? I know Brogor not joining the interviews in chat. If you do want to ask him any questions, understand the tilt is real. It's tough, and just know he played well. Any last thought from our runners?
Thanks, guys, for setting this up and comms and restream and tracking. Whoever was tracking, my apologies.
Yeah, it was you. You were the tracker today, so we appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. And
yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing and tracking correctly. We appreciate that.
GG's, everyone. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah,
look forward to Thursday.
Yeah. Good luck to you guys as well, to both teams. I'm excited to see who comes out on top on that one. And yeah, just 6, the entire team's just awesome runners, strong runners, and will be fun to see who advances to the playoffs. Gilgamesh, thanks for jumping in last minute and joining me. It's always nice to have someone in the booth. No especially someone with as much knowledge as you have, and I feel like learned stuff. Even
all the knowledge
today.
I was like, I don't know the answer to that question.
It was better than I did. It was better than I know. So I appreciate that. Yeah, we got one more match tonight on SpeedGaming 3. It's going to be Crystal Roller Crew versus 2 Pearl 2 Furious. That's Zaf and IB Karma versus Oasi and Trinex. We got Mindium and Tofile on comms as well, so check that out at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then the rest of the week, it's getting crazy. We're doing Randomizer as we close out the regular season. I think that's going to do it for us here. Thanks to SpeedGaming, thanks to the league, and yeah, watch more Rando. We'll see you next time.